Australian man who's had a microchip inserted into his hand so that he can do more with the iPhone 6. Maybe. Advertising director Ben Slater had the microchip inserted 2 weeks ago. It was implanted in the webbing of his hand at a Melbourne tattoo parlour. Mr. Slater hopes the new generation iPhone will be able to read the chip. He is able to open doors and switch on lights without touching anything. The iPhone 6 will be launched by Apple in 2 days on September 9. A Brisbane man is living the life of the future after having a microchip implanted under his skin so he can control electronic devices with just a wave of the hand. Ben Slater had a radio frequency identification microchip, which has similar measurements to a grain of rice, injected into his left hand through a syringe 2 weeks ago at a Melbourne tattoo parlour. The advertising director's move comes as technology enthusiasts eagerly await the unveiling of the iPhone 6 in 2 days' time. He hopes the new generation of Apple's smartphone will have the capability to read the microchip implanted in the webbing between his thumb and forefinger. The new addition to his body means Mr. Slater can swing his front door open, switch on his lights and store personal information with the flick of his hand. Single quote The most obvious thing the chip allows me to do is store my contact information on it, so that I can just touch a phone with NFC and pass my information to their phone. That is a great party trick, he told Daily Mail Australia. But it can also trigger an action on my phone to turn the house lights off, open a secure door which is set to recognize the chip, or I could, and probably will, set up my car ignition to be linked to the chip for keyless entry and startup. Mr. Slater told Daily Mail Australia he made the decision to implant the microchip because he had always been interested in the future of technology. He wanted to get a chip implanted to generate discussion, he said. It intrigues me that we live in an age where this type of activity is even possible, especially for some seeming random guy in Australia to arrange to have done. Mr. Slater said the procedure to implant the microchip was painful, but over quickly. It just needed to be really careful when it was healing over the course of the 2 weeks later so that I didn't move it, otherwise it could have traveled in my hand, he said. The microchip implant may still be new to Australian shores, but it has become a growing trend in the United States after it was introduced in 2004 when the nation's Food and Drug Administration gave the green light for its use to carry information about people's medical conditions, according to the Sydney Morning Herald. The iPhone 6 is expected to be the largest phone Apple has produced, with a 5.5-inch screen. It is believed the handset is so large that it will come with a special one-handed mode to make it easier for people to use it. Anticipation over the phone is so high that people in the US started lining up outside Apple stores 2 weeks ago to be one of the first to get a slice of the action. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. You can visit us on www.therealthingme.webs.com.